as we mentioned, by the Polish team in the first of these pool matches. China champions in Dubai, looking to build on their lead at the top of the overall standings. Doubles for Du Xingrong and Liu Xiaoquan in the opening match against Paraguay. Czechia still waiting for their first match points as they emerge from the darkness and into the fading evening lights. A beautiful day in Montevideo. Czechia led out by Kristina Rigertova, wearing number 5 in the blue, and China in the red with the yellow flashes and yellow numbers, and Australia's Ella Goldsmith in the dashing white referee's uniform. China averaging 5.5 tries and 34 points per match in that opening Challenger Series event in Dubai, when they swept all before them to claim the title, beating Kenya's Lionesses in the final. And they can place one foot in the Cup quarter-finals with another big win in this one.
Good to go. Time on.
Yulia Dolizirova, Czechia's playmaker-in-chief, eyeing that ball closely and then whacking it downfield to kick off this pool A encounter. And China straight away look to put on the afterburners and apply the heat. And there is Liu Xiaoqian. More tries than anybody else on the Challenger Series. 11 to her name between Dubai and the opening match in Montevideo. China happy to go from side to side, from edge to edge, to stretch and fray and tease an opposition defence. Hu Yao Yao doing just that, looking for Xiaoqian on the scissors. Back in field they go. The ball's gone from left to right to left to right. Now through the middle with Mei Ling. And the long striding legs of Su Qi. First ruck in this set of phases, and China have surrendered possession. Gatnerova has it back for Czechia. And Czechia win the penalty.
Max over there. Roll.
What did Czechia want to do here? Quite often we'll see teams go for a scrum in this position. Try and set the platform. Oh, they shape for the kick. It's a sneak attack from Czechia. They take the tap instead. And Dolizilova backs herself against Liu Xiaoqian, who can't get clean fingers to it. Try given, is it? Oh, the arm of the referee was half extended. And then she thought again. Let's have a look. TMO called into action. It's a clever play from Dolizilova. Just need to spool this back a bit. Xiaoqian tried to boot it off the pitch. Only sliced it into Dolizilova's path. And the try will stand. Individual excellence from Yulia Dolizilova.
Yes, it's 10. 10, yes. So you can see your shot clock.
It was her ingenuity, feigning the kick to the touchline, that caught China on the hop. And Liu Xiaoqian, oh, she knows that grimace, she knows. She had to touch that ball down or get it off the pitch. She did neither. And Dolizilova was able to punish her for doing so. 5-0 Czechia, 2 minutes gone. And Czechia's first points of this competition arrive in wholly unorthodox fashion, but richly deserved for the persistence and the vision of Yulia Dolizilova. Now, can Czechia hold this lead? Can they build on it? That's a gorgeous restart from Dolizilova. Czechia had it, then lost it, but it's gone forward first off Chinese hands, and it's a Czechia scrum. Suffered a couple of yellow cards in that opening round, shellacking by Poland. Czechia didn't help their cause. Down a player for a total of 4 minutes, a 14-minute game.
No feed, no hook, sorry, no hook.
Yeah, you've got to hook the ball, got to kick that ball back heel it. Can't just pass it straight through the scrum. Free kick to China, and they have also plumped for a set piece.
You must hook for the ball. You just stepped over it. Yeah.
Even in sevens, the vagaries of the scrum can tie even the most ardent rugby enthusiast in legislative knots. China's attacking ball now, and there is the pace once again from Sun Yu and Du Xingrong. 2 tries in their first match against Paraguay. Yu Hu and Xiao Qian. Czechia don't want to let her get free. She's a live wire. She's a weapon. Yao Yao. China again using the full width of the field. Spreading from left to right and back again. The option on the switch is for Chen Qiyi, another who crossed the whitewash against Paraguay. Yan Meiling with the headband. And Yu Hu stepping and straightening and causing Czechia some stress. Covered a good 35 metres here. Happy to go deep. Happy to stand off Czechia and then pick their moments. And that's what's happening through Du Xingrong. Off the ground again. Chen Qiyi battering into the 22. This is great continuity from the Chinese. Czechia on the ropes here as China look to hit back. Xiao Qian cleverly dishes it up to Meiling. She was the dummy option. Meiling needed no assistance. And this is a wonderfully crafted sevens try. That's why they're champions in Dubai. That is what China can do to you. You saw Liu Xinquan moving off to the left. That drew all the Czechian defenders' attention away. And Meiling clever enough to throw the dummy and take the space. And with the conversion, China will lead. Again, really smart from China. Yan Meiling watching the defence follow Xiao Qian and giving her an unflustered, untroubled trot to the whitewash. Final 90 seconds of the first half. The bright fluorescent boots of Yao Yao. Lands that on a sixpence. That is a horrific ball for any team to deal with. And China undone only because they knocked it on and then picked up from an offside position. Now, what does Duluzilova have planned this time? The tap and chip in behind worked a treat the first time. Now she does take the more conventional route and hoover up 15 more yards for Czechia. Some of these players' lungs will be like empty crisp packets at this point in the day. So much will be asked of them over this weekend. So many challenges to come on Saturday and Sunday. So much rugby still to be played. And that's an error at the base. I think it was Bolfova. Veronika Bolfova looking where she was about to whip that pass away to. And the ball slipping agonisingly through her fingertips. Powerful Chinese forward trio sets the platform and allows them to explode into their attacking phases with Yu Hu. Where's the support? Here it comes. And this is trouble for Czechia. Du Xingrong slaloming past tacklers onto Chen Yi. And Chen Qiyi is in. It is the try-scoring phenomenon once again. The dummy runner on the previous score, but this time Liu Xiaoqian is there to finish off and just straight out of that despairing last tackle. Nice strike in the conversion from Yao Yao. And China turned this game around right on half-time. Tries from Meiling and Xiaoqian in the side a couple of minutes. Here's the second of them, set up by Du Xingrong. And then Xiaoqian cutting back on the inside. The spearing tackle by Sladkova. Not enough to halt the Chinese flying machine. As the halftime hooter sounds, it is China who are in the ascendancy. They lead Czechia 14 points to 5. As things stand, a very tasty matchup coming your way tomorrow. Day 2 of the World Rugby HSBC Challenger Series in Montevideo, when Poland take on China. That should be a battle for Pool A supremacy to who tops that pool. Both looking on course, well on course, for a place in the Cup quarterfinals. That is a wonky old restart from China. Hu Yao Yao hooking it out. Nowhere near the 10 metres required. And Czechia with the tap, centre field. Got to score twice to turn this game around. And Bolfova gets them motoring. They've got power. They've got size on their side as well, do the Czechians. Kristina Plevova burrowing deep into Chinese territory. The bounce pass might yet work for Czechia. Not if they can't hold on to the ball. Lost by Braunerova. And China could make them pay. Du Xingrong up towards halfway. Quick recycle ball for China. And then again off to the left. That's side to side. Wide game pattern. Yan Mei-ling cut down well by Dolizilova. Suki now. Yao Yao. And Yuhu. And Xiaoqian. Can she add another to her tally? Oh, she might not need to, because Czechia have been split wide open by Du Xingrong. And China's lead grows and grows and grows. Really do play some phenomenal rugby, the Chinese. Can see exactly what they brought to the table in Dubai, why they won that competition, and why they are very much among the favourites to repeat that feat in Uruguay. Yao Yao takes her time. Old-fashioned toe poke through the middle. And China move on to 21 points. Du Xingrong now up to 3 for the weekend. 2 against Paraguay, another so far against Czechia. And this one again, the product of great build-up play, great continuity, speed of recycling of the ball by China. A sight to behold. Better restart from Yao Yao. And Tesarova takes it and then gets whacked. Czechia lose it. Again, it's not forward. There's the pressure brought on by that rushing Chinese defence, causing Czechia the stress. The pass is not the most sympathetic. And Sun Yu is the next to be introduced. Scored a phenomenal solo try against Uganda back in Dubai. But all these Chinese players bring a lot to the table. And after that early try from Dolizilova, China looking to pull away further. Heading for a fourth, and Du Xingrong's in again. She is laying waste to Czechia. She is bossing things in Montevideo. And she's got her 4th of the weekend. Chen Ki takes on the kicking duties. and slots that one. 28 points to 5. China well in command and well on their way to a second straight Pool A victory. Dorisilova underneath it. You see Russian embroiled in some kind of collision off the ball with her Chinese opponents, and that's illegal from Jan Meiling, playing on to Dorisilova, who's away again, and she's got deceptive pace, Yuli Dorisilova, and once more she grabs the Czech cause, puts it on her back and runs it in for 5. A woman on a mission in Montevideo. Yuli Dorisilova doubles up. And once again, it's a tap penalty that is all of her own making. She won it, she took it, she created it, and she scored it. Tightest of angles for Dorisilova, and that one not troubling the uprights, but second try for her, second try for Czechia, and another very, very well taken effort.
One blue. One.
And that might be all we see of Yuri Dorisilova
Oh.
in the opening day in Montevideo.
Oh, okay, thank you. Yep, bring her on.
Yeah, she has made her way off after taking that conversion. Thoroughly out of puff. Red in the face, but pride in the heart. Natalia Redzova is her replacement. And Yuri Dorisilova takes on the restart taking mantle. Little over 2 minutes left in this one. 18-point gap between China and Czechia in Pool A. And it's Chinese possession and Chinese pain being visited upon Czechia. It's not a vintage pass. The possession's all that matters in sevens. You can deal with a bobbling pass. You can deal with pressure and line speed. So long as you have that all-important ball and don't do that. Suki just got her arms and legs in a tangle, thinking about what she was about to do before she got the ball.
Over here.
Little over 90 seconds to go. Czechia looking to add a bit of gloss to the scoreline.
Hook for the ball.
Whoops, butterfingers.
Crouch. Fine. Set.
Great field position this for the European nation. Can they carve out a third try? Big cleanouts coming in from China. Czechia have done very well to cling on to that ball. Durishova going down the left-hand side. And the power of Retsova. Can she get the offload off the floor? No. Rushin, here's the opportunity. Gatnerova steps out of one, fends off another. That is a world-class finish if she's got it down and kept herself out of touch.
Should we check touch? Yeah. Yeah. Say no. Try yes or no, please.
Vera Gatnerova
Thank you.
thundering in at the corner. Did she manage to avoid grazing that touchline? TMO called into action for the second time in this one. Let's take a look. Here we go. Players might be grateful for a breather here. It's been a tricky old affair. Here's the pass from Rushin. And where are those legs in the air, or where are they touching the line? We're not going to mess around with too many replays. Benefit of the doubt to the attacking side. And a majestic try scored by Vera Gatnerova. It really was a super finish. We'll see it again on the reverse angle here. Bang! Away you go. Another big fend. Feet in the air. It's a try that any winger anywhere in the game would be very, very proud of. And one for Vera Gatnerova to stick on the highlights reel. Okay. 13-point game. Final few seconds of the match. China again looking to cross the 30-point barrier. Managed 29 against Paraguay in their first pool match. The clock counts down. Do they want to play? Or do they want to get the ball off the pitch? China want to play, and why ever not, when points difference could be so crucial. Sun Yu, back they go. Now they have had enough. Not keen to chance their arm from deep. With the match already won, the game in the bag, and China follow Poland's lead. They go 2 from 2 in Pool A, but plenty of positives as well for the Czechs to take from this one. 3 tries scored against the team currently leading the women's standings. But it is China's day. It is China's victory, and they end their afternoon's work with a victory by 28 points to 15. For women's series challenger leaders China, winners in Dubai, who take on Paraguay, 11th out of 12 on the overall challenger series standings. The Chinese played some magnificent rugby in the opening event in January. Can Paraguay turn the tables with their first match in Montevideo? Some good stories in both teams, particularly the Paraguay number 2, Ingrid Alfonso, has captained the team. It's a poignant trip back to Uruguay for her. Back in 2017, she attended a tournament here with Paraguay where their mother was seriously ill in hospital. Her mother had told her to go and play and very sadly passed away while Ingrid was here playing for her country, representing her family and her people. The rugby community in Uruguay and further afield really rallied around her, and I'm sure it will mean a great deal to come back here for Las Yacares, the crocodiles of Paraguay, as they look to go a few levels better than they managed in Dubai. Only Mexico beneath them on the ladder. It is they who wear the blue, the navy and light blue stripes with the red numbers. China in the red with the yellow numbers, and Hollywood of England in the white, who will oversee this Pool A clash. China won all but one of their matches in Dubai. That came against the Kenyans in pool play, but they exacted revenge upon the Lionesses in the cup final itself. 19 points to 5. They defeated their African opponents, and they will be confident of backing up that success with another big showing in Montevideo. Paraguay then to kick off the second match in Pool A. The short restart, it's too short, but it's knocked forward off China hands. And Paraguay through Ingrid Alfonso with the first attack of the match. Hammered down by Veronica Romero. 5 tries for her in Dubai, and she's got serious gas. Can she control that bouncing ball? No. It bobbles clear, and China will survive. Paraguay penalty now. What a start it is, and Romero, second bite at the cherry, and she's in. A blistering start by the South Americans, and Paraguay have shell-shocked the Chinese champions. That was the final act by Veronica Romero, but the build-up play, so compelling, so effective. Romero with the kick and chase, and she deservedly finished it off with a quick tap. Alfonso's kick will fall well short, but a minute played, and Veronica Romero with the opening try of the match. Predatory instincts. Nothing Liu Xiaoquan could do to stop her diving in at the corner. Another restart that doesn't go the regulation 10 metres, and China this time wise to leave it alone. Ma Xiaodan doing just that. And that's an area Paraguay will be keen to address. You don't want to give free possession up to this Chinese team. Can slice you open from anywhere. And this is a prime patch of Uruguayan real estate. They can make their own here. Pace throughout this Chinese team. Pass goes behind the player, but all backwards, scooped up. And here's Liu Xiaoquan, top try scorer in Dubai with 9. Such a threat, such pace. And then the more languid strides of Xiaodan. Slick offloading from China here as they batter up to halfway through Su Qi. Then they win the penalty. And off they go with Yan Mei Ling with the headband. looking for the switch pass and gets it to Xiaodan. Good chop tackle from Mayra Mendes. And Paraguay again up quickly, shutting down those passing lanes. Ball and all tackle. Ingrid Alfonso sets up the maul, and Alfonso's going to pinch it back for Paraguay. Really impressive defence from Las Yacares. Ingrid Alfonso at the heart of it again. And Enrique Niop liking what he's seeing in this opening 3 minutes. Mayra Mendes feeds and then flamboyantly flings it back on the Paraguayan side. But look at the line speed from China. The high tackle saves Paraguay. Yu Hu up like a shot. And she had Paraguayan players in her crosshairs. The upshot, round 2, but 10 metres further back from Paraguay's initial set piece. Defence will have been a key work on for Paraguay coming into this tournament. Conceded over 30 points per game during pool play in Dubai. Scored only 17 of their own in total across their 3 pool matches. That comes from Mendes. Playing for territory here, Paraguay, but overcooking the kick. It's not a tactic you see too often in sevens. But it's gone out on the full and it's blown up in Paraguayan faces. And that's twice now Paraguay have offered China attacking possession. Can the Challenger Series leaders capitalise on this one? Yu Hu's throw to the tail. Very well-oiled machine, that Chinese line-out. And Yao Yao feeds it out to Xing Rong, looking for the switch pass. Here we go. Danger everywhere. Try time. Liu Xiuqian. That is what she does. She gets her 10th of the Challenger Series, her first of this event, and China level in a flash.
Paraguay, keep moving. Keep moving, clear the 22.
Conversion sweetly struck, and China take the lead. Liu Xiuqian. Such a menace. She's got speeds in abundance, and she's got the footwork as well to match. Great steepling restart. Tap back by China and won by Yan Meiling. Paraguay fighting for the steal, can't get it. And China again can begin to weave their attacking magic. Yu Xingrong held up. Paraguay up quickly, but there's an overlap down the short side. 3-on-2, and Su Qi was away, but a forward pass to set her down that left touchline. And Paraguay will have the scrum. It was Ma Xiaodan scampering clear. But the pass from Meiling, you can use the halfway line as a marker, just drifting forwards, and well called by the assistant referee. Mendes at the base, opts to take it on alone, freed the hands well, and then left the ball behind. And again, Paraguay not looking after the pill. And this should be the final play of the half, and it will be Chinese attacking possession. These two will be one of the teams in the Monaco repechage events, playing that last remaining spot. Paris Olympics in July 2024. Competed at Tokyo 2021. And that's an early tackle, not back 10 metres. China with a free play. And off they go. Hooter has sounded. Yan Meiling, advantage is over. Yan Meiling's kick is a smart one. Will it sit? Oh, it will. Xiaoqian again. Fabulous step. And she's bamboozled Paraguay.
Not again. Careful next time.
That's all it takes for China to pounce. Really intelligent kick from Yan Mei Ling. And Liu Xiaoqian taking full advantage. And being upended in the process by Romina Gonzalez. Gu Yao Yao to turn 12 into 14, not quite. But having trailed early on in this one, a Liu Xiaoqian brace has turned the first half of this Pool A match on its head. Let's admire this again. Stop and go, just like that. And she leaves Paraguay's defenders for dead. And champions in Dubai, overall series leaders on 20 points. It is China who lead at the break by 12 points to 5.
Ya se viene la competencia masculina, ya se viene Japón versus Hong Kong, China. Referato de Yan Seton. Y al término de este encuentro, 14-17, Chile versus México. Arbitraje de Morgan White.
Should point out it is a blisteringly hot afternoon, Friday afternoon in Montevideo, around 1:30 p.m. local time. Temperature pushing towards 30 degrees C, although there is some stormy weather, some rain and thunder and lightning forecast for this evening as the men's matches get underway in the next half hour or so. And that one's not gone the 10. And Paraguay can start this half with hands on ball as they look to re-establish the lead they lost on the half-time hooter.
Time off. Red 11, sub. Number 11. Oh, sorry. You okay?
China coach Liu Juan
Time back on.
taking off his
Guys,
perhaps biggest threat, Liu Xiaoqian, the scorer of both Chinese tries for the time being. Well, for a time, China, coached by former Fiji Olympic captain, champion in 2016, Osea Kolinisao, one of the great names in sevens rugby, in rugby anywhere. Now it's Liu Juan who has the reins of this well-oiled Chinese machine. But what a run again from Alfonso. She's cutting loose. She's slicing through China. The pass is a good one. Oh, are Paraguay going to make it? Not quite. Clattered to ground, Armoa just a couple of meters short. And China offside. Hollywood perhaps thinking about yellow cards here. Alfonso swings it away. 3 Paraguayans out there. The step, the pass. Romero again. She can't get clear. Oh, couldn't find the offload either. And she wasn't held in the tackle. China want them all, but Romero cleverly gets her knees onto the artificial turf. Paraguay, a looping pass. Almost a mighty tackle going in on Alfonso, who releases, rises, and drives again. Really inspiring her teammates forward. Now they move it left. Only one Paraguayan player out there. And China quickly seize upon her. Cristaldo. It's untidy handling from Paraguay, and that gives China the trigger to surge up in defence and shunt Paraguay backwards. Alfonso, eaten up. Big Chinese double shot. Paraguayan reverse lights flashing here, but crucially, still in possession. That's the vital element of sevens rugby. As long as you've got the ball, you've got a chance. Romero, sliding round the outside. Can she get that offload away? 3 players on the outside. Romero didn't trust that left-hand pass to get the ball there. Nicolini, a kick over the top, which will test Gu Yao Yao. And China snaffle it back. And then they win the penalty. Paraguay off their feet. Romina Gonzalez diving in. And that's a sore one for Paraguay. So close to scoring a try. So close perhaps to drawing level. But China stout enough and wise enough and physical enough to keep them at arm's length.
Crouch.
4 minutes remaining.
Bind. Set.
Stable platform for the Chinese to pluck something from the sky here. And again, they've got such blistering pace, but great cover tackling from Paraguay as well, as Chen Ke-yi, another real dangerous player for China, look to get free. They do have the penalty though. Yu Hu quickly away to Yan Mei Ling, who sees plenty of gaps, and she's toying with Paraguay. Wide they go from Xiao Dan. Is there an opportunity here for Du Xingrong? Stepping and sliding, and in she goes. And now it is a 2-score game, and now there is some daylight between the teams. Really accurate interplay from the Chinese attackers. Finished off by Du Xingrong. Try scorer in the final in Dubai against Kenya. And Chen Ke-yi as well, with hands in that. She got 6 tries in Dubai. Such a talent. They don't lose too much with Xiao Qian heading to the bench. 17 points to 5 now. This is a tester for Paraguay, staring into the bright Uruguayan sunshine. They fumble the restart, but they have possession. Got to go a long way. Maul was called just before the knees grazed the artificial plastic. And China can stretch their lead here from this position, as Yan Mei Ling is the next player to make way. And it's Wang Xiaojing, who's coming on in the front row to replace her.
Time back on.
90 seconds left. China looking to close this one out. No try bonus points for scoring 4 or more in this competition, but there are losing bonus points if you finish within 7 of your opponent. Oh, the handling just lets China down. They went backwards though, so Ma Xiaodan can retain possession. Yu Hu goes wide. 1v1 in the wide channel. Chen Ke-yi sizing up Armoa. She'll be too fast, and she gets that ball to ground in the nick of time. And China score a 4th try.
Just send them on.
And they are lethal from that kind of position. They just want to create mismatches here. And Chen Ke-yi knows she's got the pace on Sofia Armoa. It's a valiant attempt from the Paraguayan number 5. But she wasn't able to get hands on that ball and prevent it being pressed to the ground. Kick falls a metre or 2 short, but 24 points to 5, and China all but home and hosed. Again, Sun Yu just giving Ki that 1v1, backing her teammate. And she's in second gear as she goes over. And Lu Juan can be pretty pleased with his team's start to the Montevideo competition. Ki whacks it high. Another tricky one for Paraguay. Another one that's been spilled and pilfered. And China looking to finish this off as the hooter sounds with the fifth try. And they're cutting through the middle. And Du Xingrong has another. Under the stick she goes. China rounded off in style. Excellent angle of running from Du Xingrong. Picked her space, angled to perfection. And in she went. And the final 2 points added by Chen Ki. And after a sticky start, China trail by 5 points to 0 to Ingrid Alfonso's bolt from the Uruguayan blue. China have avoided a sticky situation, and they have started their quest for back-to-back titles in the best possible fashion. A double for Du Xingrong, 2 more for the free-scoring Liu Xiaoqian. And China start their Pool A campaign in emphatic fashion as the rain begins to fall in Montevideo. Paraguay can take much from this contest. A bit of a mismatch in the end. They can be proud of their efforts, particularly in the way that they went about their business in the opening few minutes. It's the sprinkler, of course, not the rain. Montevideo. China and Poland have played 2, won 2. Something has to give. Both, of course, safely through to the Cup quarter-finals. But this game will determine who qualifies pool winners and secures the better seeding of the two for those all-important last 8 matches later on today. Some big victories posted by both of these teams. Poland in particular, more tries and points than anybody else on the women's side of the competition. 14 tries, 7 per game, an average of 39 points per game to boot, and a positive points difference of plus 23, which could be important when we factor in the overall standings for the seedings for the last 8. Out come the teams. You can see the wind just causing the ribbons on the HSBC Sevens Challenger Trophy to flutter in the breeze. China in the red, Poland in the white with the red numbers. Someone is going to relinquish their beaten record today under the watchful eye of Hong Kong China's Sunny Lee. China champions in Dubai, maximum points 20 in the overall series ladder, in a very good place. The worst they'll finish is 8th this time around. They will have designs on going back-to-back, winning another title. Lu Juan peering beneath the brim of his cap, the China coach. And Poland look to go left, then up to go right with the opening kick of the match. A kick which China can't claim, and Yu Hu has to watch trickle over the touchline for a Chinese line-out.
Inside the line. Just hold.
Yu Hu herself will into this line-out. First attacking opportunity for China. To the tail they go, Chen Ki and Yu Hu running around to collect it. China so dangerous from any area of the pitch, they're happy to use every blade of artificial turf in their quest to go forwards. They don't mind going sideways to that end. Yan Mei-ling setting it up in midfield. And there's Liu Xiaoqian, top try scorer, Challenger Series this year. 9 in Dubai, another 3 so far in Montevideo. Yan Mei-ling, clever playmaker, puts it on the toe, and she gives chase. She wins the race, but the ball slips beneath a stud. And it is won by Poland. Yan Mei-ling not ruling away. Pamieta doing the salvage work for Poland. And now it is they who can turn defence into attack, flick that switch, and come forward with real aggression Some big athletes on this Polish team. Pamięta and Druzgala among the two most dangerous. There is Pamięta, top try scorer this weekend with 4 already. Zawadzka with a quick tap. She straightens up, clatters into Mei Ling. Marta Morus feeding it out. Pamięta offloading neatly over the top. Druzgala, has she got the wheels? Oh, you bet she does. Julia Druzgala scores the opening try for Poland. Really nice ball over the top from Marisewska. And Druzgala cantering clear untouched.
You got 15 seconds.
Pamięta, not just the try machine, points machine too. She takes on the kicking duties. This one's going to fall well short, but 5-0 Poland, 2.5 played. And Druzgala on to 4 for the weekend. Again, Poland causing havoc with the kick. And China will have the scrum in the end, but alarm bells ringing in the Chinese defence. A lot of height in this Polish team, and they use that so well with those short restarts. Those parabolas into the Montevidean sky, the likes of Pamięta, 5'10" on the chase. And you can see the height difference in the two sets as well. How will that translate to this pushing contest? China not hanging around to find out. Clever play out the back, creates the overlap and the space for the flyer. Luo Xiaoqian, oh, she's got far too much speed for Poland. A red-hot score from a white-hot player. Liu Shiquan off the mark in day 2 and on to 4 tries at this event. The additional 2 secured by Gu Yao Yao. 7-5 China leads. And it's that set-piece manoeuvre that drew in the Polish defence and gave Liu Xiaoqian the 1v1 the outside. And the Polish chasers just had too much ground to make up. Frightening try record, Liu Xiaoqian. 13 already between Dubai and Montevideo. That ball's picked up from an offside position by Poland, and Yan Mei Ling takes the quick tap. Yu Hu, Xin Rong. Oh, this could be hard. Sunny Lin is reaching into that pocket of despair. And it's a yellow card for Sylwia Witkowska. Deliberate knockdown from Poland's number 12. She's off for 2.
Make sure you stay in this one.
Poland down to 6 for pretty much the remainder of this half. And China can inflict more pain here. Yu Hu, so quick off the base. The bounce pass to the edge. And China get things moving again inside the Polish 22. Xiaoqian lurking on the wide outside. Instead, they straighten and go through the middle. And Poland through Pamięta. An outstanding steal, and Sunny Lin rewards them with the penalty. You can see the bottom of your picture there in the yellow vest. Janusz Urbanovic, Polish coach, former Poland international himself in the men's game. Record point scorer across his 39 international tests. His women currently top of Pool A. But defeat here would relinquish that number 1 spot, and a mighty tackle from Du Xingrong. Absolutely dynamites Katarzyna Pak. That was a whopper.
This way. Just hold. Poland! Poland! I need one here. I need one here. Closer, please.
Poland unable to escape their own 22. Beautiful line out to the tail. And Yuhu to Yao Yao. And Xiaoqian on the edge. 1v1. In she slides. Deadly once more from China's main woman. She's got 2. And China's lead grows. Yeah, the shot clock counts down for kickers is stopped when you've got players milling around very much in the way, in the crosshairs of the kicker. It's not going to help Gu Yao Yao find the target this time. But that's why she had a little more time than usual to line up that kick. Xingrong teeing up Xiaoqian. And again, that pace telling. Pashchik can't get there. Xiaoqian up to 5 for the tournament. Plenty for the Chinese fans to cheer as they chase another crown and another big score in the overall points tallies. Eyes on the prize, eyes on Madrid. The end of May, start of June, that playoff event to garner a place, coronation status, the HSBC Sevens itself. Gala on the runaround, that was smart. Druzgala stepping back inside. Zawadzka clattering into Mei Ling. Fine support from Malishevska. 3v2 for Poland, and it's shut down instantaneously. Vital tackle, but quickly away again from Witkovska. And Pashchik marauding. Xingrong jumps on her back. Poland restored to the full 7-player complement. And looking to pull China from side to side. Penalty for the high shots. And Malishevska wide to Druzgala. Can she open up again? That big handoff sits down Yao Yao. Take a seat, Gu Yao Yao. Pamieta rips the pass off the left. Hard and straight from Zawadzka. Pamieta goes in again. Mei Ling gets to her. She clears the ball away to Witkovska. Druzgala again. 1v2, but great continuity from Poland this. Witkovska swatting aside Chinese challengers. Finding ground inside the 22. Poland cutting back against the grain with Marta Morus. Yan Mei Ling looking for the steal. Couldn't pilfer it back. Pamieta. Held. Caught. Going nowhere. Witkovska. Back again with Malishevska. And Pashchik. Again, China up quickly. Swarming the Polish attack. Thwarting them with every passing carry. Over 2 minutes into the red at the end of this half. On from Zawadzka once more to Crown, but all backwards. All play on. Witkovska caught again. And then the penalty comes. Xingrong hasn't rolled away. And Poland have called for the scrum. It's going to be a 10-plus minute half this. And everybody can catch their breath for a minute or two in the searing heat and humidity of Montevideo. These are punishing throws. So much demanded of these incredible athletes. And so much at stake as they battle for the golden ticket to Madrid at the end of the year. And that is not the way to do it from Poland's point of view. Must hook the ball if you're in the middle of that scrimmage. You can't just step over it and let it come out on its own. And China have the free kick. Do they want to play? Or do they want to tap and send this off the pitch, take their lead into the break? Here's your answer. China happy to bank their 5-point advantage. 10 minutes and 15 seconds of exhilarating, breathtaking, breathless Rugby Sevens fare in Pool A. It's a fitting finale between the two table toppers. Halftime, China 12, Poland 5. Remember, both these teams have already booked safe passage to the Cup quarter-finals later today. This game all about deciding who will top Pool A and take the preferable seeding into those last 8 fixtures. At the moment, it's China, and they've got knock-on advantage to make use of here. Xiao Qian, she's on a hat-trick, 4 white jerseys, honey-potting around her. But that means there's space elsewhere. That means there's a swathe of red off to the left. Yan Meiling, she's got support, and she uses it. Suki is in. It's a very well-worked try again from the Chinese, showing why they've been so successful on this HSBC Challenger Series. Chen Ke-yi lashes the kick well wide, but it is now a 2-score gap that China have amassed. Poland so flustered, so worried about the threat of Xiao Qian. They overchased, and that left 2-3 Chinese players with a lot of space to work in. You see the cluster of white there around Xiao Qian, Xingrong, Meiling, and Suki to polish off China's 3rd try of the game. Restart going 10, and Poland will have the ball straight back here. Got to score twice to turn this game around, but 5.5 minutes is an age in Rugby Sevens. Druzgala, as if to illustrate that, searing onto that ball. Zawadzka pulling it back, and then rare handling mistake from Poland. Marta Morus dropping it cold. And the coaches will use this break to ring some changes. Gu Yao Yao coming back on. Ma Xiaodan as well for China. And Yulia Druzgala being withdrawn for the final few minutes. And Olivia Struginska and Martina Warzacka come on to steady the Poland. Big Polish shove, but China get rid of that ball just as the scrum threatened to crumble. And watch how they'll use the full extremities of the pitch. From the right touchline, they now veer towards the left. Poland and Tamara Chumer-Ivin have the number of their Chinese opposition, but they've created a little overlap down the left. And Xiao Qian, not somebody Poland want to let wriggle free. Chen Ke-yi feeding it out to Xiao Dan. And Yu Hu passes loose. Passes swallowed up by Poland and by Paszczyk. Poland in need of points here. And they'll settle for the penalty to set them on their... Oh, and Chumarivin, she's going to get away with that. She dropped the ball with a quick tap, but she didn't take it from the mark, and Sonny Lin has rather charitably given her a reprieve. And that will allow Poland to call the scrum. It's a tactic you'll see often in rugby sevens. It allows them to unleash the set-piece manoeuvres that they've been working on in training. It also ties up 3 to 4 opposition players. An awful lot of unguarded pitch to play with here for Poland, right in the middle of the park. They swing around to the right-hand side, and they use their physicality and their abrasiveness through Paszczyk. Zawadzka. Morus. Straightening through the middle is Warzadzka. Wonderful offload to Chumarivin. She's grappled to ground by Sun Yu. Poland's need is urgent. Can they cleave open this stout and fearsome China defence? China at the moment proving why they've been so successful in this event. They stack the short side, and some heavy hits coming in from China. 2, 3 in a row, dislodging the ball. But it was knocked forward by China in the second of those rib ticklers. Two and a half minutes left. Poland need to score twice to qualify as group winners for the Cup quarter-finals. Clean strike at the scrummage. Front foot ball for Poland to spear into the 22. Zawadzka picking Route 1 rugby from the poles, but leaving the ball behind. China steal it back through Sun Yu. And Yan Mei-ling, has she got the wheels to go from 80-plus metres? This will be interesting. She's treading water. She's pumping the ball. She's looking for support. It's off the leg. And Xiao Qian for the corner. Oh, yes. It is an exhilarating treble of tries from Liu Xiaoqian, the sharpest tool in the Challenger Series box. And might well she sit on her haunches and take every second she can to fill her lungs with oxygen and to press that ball to turf. Her 6th of the weekend, her 3rd of the game, and she is laying waste to Poland. Chen Ke-yi from bang in front of the posts, bangs over the conversion, and that might be the try that kills off Poland's challenge. Comes from the turnover. It's fantastic work on the floor from Sun Yu. Presence of mind as well to release it. And this is clever from Yan Mei-ling. She knows she can't go the distance. She knows she's getting reeled in. She's looking around already. Commits 2 defenders. Passes a little dusty, but Xiao Qian's skill to control it on the quad. Scoop it up. No knock on there. And once that ball's in her grasp, nobody's catching her. Not a prayer. Final minute of this one. China have the match wrapped up. Poland playing for pride and for points difference as they look to secure as high a standing as they can. We're just going to have a check at a high tackle here from China. Yes, the carry from Zawadzka. Sun Yu misses, and then another shot came in. Not seeing anything too untoward there. It might be the left shoulder of number 5, Gu Yao Yao. Or is it this initial collision? Yeah, it's this one here. Sun Yu on Zawadzka.
Sunny?
Yep.
Push right head contact?
Yep.
Direct to the head?
Yep.
No mitigation.
Yep.
Red card.
Red card. Can I have the number, please?
It's a red card for Sun Yu. And a very clear and concise explanation from the TMO. Don't see much of these, but upright tackle, direct contact to the head. Foul play did take place.
16.
The list of protocols negotiated. And as Sunny Lin explains, there's no mitigation for that tackle. No reason to downgrade it to a yellow. Sun Yu sent off, and she will await her disciplinary fate over the next few hours. That's a blow for China. And that's why Zawadzka rode the tackle well, but few complaints can be had by the Chinese. This will be the last attack of the final match in women's pool play. And it's Poland look to have the final say. Olivia Krysiak on the outside. Well tackled as the hooter sounds. Poland straightening up. Zawadzka, it's a clever late run that explodes into the depleted Chinese defence. Schuster feeding it on. Got an overlap down the right-hand side. That's where they're going. Katarzyna Paszczyk is going to clear away. And Poland end their pool stage campaign with a flourish of positivity. And Katarzyna Paszczyk, her first try of the weekend. And nothing China could do about that with 6 players on the pitch, pulled from pillar to post, and eventually broken out wide. Paszczyk away. And the kick from Chumir Ivin goes through the middle. And that's for pool play in Montevideo in the women's draw. A big win for China. They're 3 from 3. They have maximum points, and they will qualify as one of the top seeds for the cup quarter-finals. The Chinese moving with ominous intent. Poland will join them in the last 8, but keep an eye out for the Dubai champions. They are looking tasty on day 2. Full-time, China 24, Poland 12.
Who will face Uganda after that? It'll either be Kenya or China in the semi-finals. This is a renewal of the rivalry that is developing between these two nations on the Challenger circuit. They met each other in Dubai in the final. It was China that came out on top then. But rewind to the pool stages, and it was Kenya back in Dubai who had beaten China. Things have been very different for the Lionesses of Kenya here in Montevideo. They haven't had the type of run that China have. 3 wins from 3, including a good win against a talented Polish team. Instead, it's 1 win from 3 fixtures for the Lionesses. They lost to Hong Kong. They beat Papua New Guinea. Tiana Anderson is in the centre for this one with the whistle. And what a prospect it proves to be, although we'll have to go some way to match the theatrics and the drama that we saw from Uganda and Hong Kong, China. But the Chinese will be looking to make this as business-like and as efficient as possible, just as they did in the final in January in the desert of Dubai. The Lionesses will really have to pull something out of the fight, given the form they've shown so far. Here we go, the second quarter-final, China kick-off. The Lionesses claim this well. Out of the skies, Phoebe Otieno whips this away. Muritu. Chinese defense is organized and vocal, and they are pushing up as well to try and get the squeeze on Kenya early. But this possession is promising for the Lionesses. Good zip on the pass as well, but just look at the red wall that comes up in Kenya's face. Okumu gets the ball moving again. A little shake of the hips here to try and fire it into space here. And Kenya break the line. And striding purposefully all the way to the house goes the woman that took the restart. Phoebe Otieno slams that down. Kenya are here to play. Phoebe Otieno would have waited a long time to seek revenge for the Dubai final. That is exactly the way to do it. Off the left peg from Sinaida Nyachio. What a line this is, but it wasn't an easy ball to take, was it? She grasped it, and then the legs were pumping furiously. And China, in the end, calling off the chase. How do you follow an overture like that? Sinaida Nyachio gets things going, and this is how you do it. Getting right into the face of the Chinese, Naomi Amanguni there. But here come China. They didn't win over in Dubai without good reason. They were a class above. And they've been a cut above here in Montevideo. Chen Ke-yi gets things moving again, and the speed of the play is what is their great asset. You can live with them for 4 or 5 phases sometimes, but they can keep on going. And Kenya are going to have to do it with 6 women on the field for the next 2 minutes. It's the try scorer, Otieno. He has to take a breather. Well, Uganda's 6 women on the field earlier didn't slow them down, did it? They went so close before getting that done in Golden Point. What a dramatic start to the knockouts. Now China away for the first time. Good set piece, but the hit comes in. Massive from Nyachio. China, though, ride out the next couple of tackles and then take another hard shoulder. It's classic Kenyan cut knockout beginning this. All fast, frenetic and fury, and with real meaning again. These Chinese jerseys are being lined up. These players are on a list and they're being sought out at the moment by the Lionesses, but they've still got to live with the Chinese when they break through the backfield, and that's so much harder. Hu Yu to La Yan Mei Ling, the captain, and here comes on the outside the express speed of Du Xinrong. They reset, and they'll come again, and they'll keep coming. And the Lionesses are going to have to go to the well here to shut down Chen Ke-yi, but you can't do it. An unstoppable force when the wind is in her hair. Chen Ke-yi storms in for the Chinese. No dice on the conversion, but this is one of the best periods of play across the whole competition here in Montevideo. To ride out those early hits from China took so much control, and then the fitness showed and the speed was poured on. And Chen Ke-yi, difficult landing for her as well, but she kept her focus. And look at this, right from the start, China looking to double their money. Deep into Kenya territory they go again. Penalty comes. Tap and go. There's jerseys falling off, red shirts. And once again, China are over the line. Hu Yu. And that's sharp and rapid work from Hu Yu. Chen Ke-yi this time knocks this over. Just the acceleration that she can put on the ball from a standing start. So Kenya now, having felt the full force of Chinese retribution after going a score up, that they are back up to all 7, and this is the woman who's back on, Phoebe Otieno. Yan Mei Ling making sure she gets her woman. Fast and high defensive line. This Chinese team over the last few years just seems to get fitter and fitter, and what they're able to bring to knockout matches is so impressive given the rugby they've got in their legs already. The Lionesses having a difficult problem to solve here, and they're losing their own ball now. Lu Xiaoshan pinches it. Du Xinrong, this goes out to Yan Mei Ling and Chen Keiyi, but forward pass.
Forward out of the hands.
Yan Mei Ling here has thrown that pass over 1,000 times, and it very rarely ends up in a scrum to the opposition. But the Lionesses have something to cling to there. Solid enough scrum from Kenya, and they'll put boot to ball, and they'll engage in a foot race here. 2 in the game for Kenya, 1 for China. But it's China's Lu Xiaoshan who's back there with all her speed. Now she passes it forward. Now this will be interesting if China pick it up. Chen Keiyi cleverly doesn't. The law book was top of mind there from Chen Keiyi. Doesn't give the penalty away. But Kenya with the ball. And we might be in the red, but there's a chance to level up the match for the Lionesses. Phoebe Otieno does knock it on. Well, that's so frustrating. A sad end to the half for Otieno after how she begun things. But she has given her team more than a foothold in the contest. China, though, lead in this quarter-final, 12 points to 7 over Kenya.
Let's go.
Argentinian fans in the house. Argentina in action in the quarterfinals as well. 2 more quarterfinals to come after this one. We'll find out from this encounter who will face Uganda in the semi-final. Lu Xiaoshan on 6 tries for this tournament so far.
Okay, China. Okay. All right. Come on now.
That break came at a good time for the Lionesses. Can they start the second 7 in a similar fashion as they did the first? Good take from Huyu. Everything well set for the Lionesses in defence, but this is when things get tricky, when China start to play. Du Xinrong at scrum half. Looping rounds, goes Huyu. Huyu draw and pass, and then the race back on the inside from Lu Xiaoshan. And Lu Xiaoshan gets those propellers spinning, and she flies away. Lu Xiaoshan bags number 7 for the weekend. Gu Yao Yao with a difficult old conversion. So 17-7 it will stay. But how about this from Lu Xiaoshan? The Shanghai Express. Fade on the inside. Cruises on the outside. and burning away the opposition. China kick off. Gu Yao Yao pulls it back. Lu Xiaoshan plays link. Du Xinrong, Hu Yu, the speed of play and the way they bring each other into the attack is so impressive. Ma Xiaodan not able to take that. The pass was forward. I mean, it is such an experienced team, this Chinese one, which is why they look like they know exactly what each other are about to do. Program that was put together with the ambitions of competing strongly in Tokyo at the Olympic Games, and now it's flourishing, and they have their heart set on the World Series, this Chinese team. Line speed is good again. Lioness is under pressure. They have to put boot to ball. Secured well. And illegally swept back by Kenya. So Yan Mei Ling, captain, calls her teammates to heel. And there we see the penalty called. China having settled nicely into this match, but now looking to really rip it up. Gu Yao Yao draws and gives. Du Xinrong in the 15 shirt. So the penalty against Kenya for not rolling away after the tackle. But it's so hard when China are coming at you from all angles with the speed that they put on things. There's no time to think. They are a brilliant sevens unit. From the scrum they go again. Gu Yao Yao drifting off and then creating the overlap. This is glorious from China. Excellent cover tackle on Sun Yu. Support is there. Penalty comes with it. Yan Mei Ling can't take it well. The goal was open for Yan Mei Ling. Tap and go from Hu Yu. Now Yan Mei Ling. She's going to make up for it here, isn't she? Over the line. Wow, denied twice. The captain of China. And that will be Yan Mei Ling's last action. I don't think it was related to not scoring those two opportunities, but nonetheless, a frustrating one for the captain, but she will be back. Proof that even Yan Mei Ling, the barometer of performances for so many years for China, can even have a slight off game. So Hu Yu will feed the scrum. Excellent body positions from the Chinese. Hu Yu whips it away. Gu Yao Yao. Now they set. Go. Du Xinrong presses play. And what a tune she strikes up from the set piece. More devastation from China. It's slick. It's so well rehearsed. And it's executed with flawless precision. Du Xinrong was try converted by Gu Yao Yao, and nicely done from Gu Yao Yao. She's set up a lot of points for her team here in Montevideo, and she does another one here for Du Xinrong, the woman they call Dudu. And if you ghost around Janet Okello like that, well, you know you are a serious speedster. 24-7 with 90 seconds to play. China have quelled that furious start from the Lionesses. Similar scoreline to the one they won the Dubai Challenger final in January by. And they'll want to add to it here, you sense. Lovely 15-meter pass, and look how much space there is on the right flank. Cutting back goes Sun Yu. Good support line from Kang Cheng-Chiang. And then Wang Zhojing now, just 19 years of age. China shuffling their cards to keep everyone fresh for Uganda in the semi-final. That's where they're headed. Uganda in the semi-final, taking place tomorrow. Third and final day of this Challenger Series event in Montevideo. Last chance here for the Lionesses to come up with something, to conjure a score similar to what they opened with. A salvo which fired shots through the hull of China, and how they responded. Seconds remaining. China get the penalty, and they don't need to do anything with it should they choose to knock it into the stands. But Kang Cheng-Chiang taps and goes, and then it does go to the stands. So China, with a 24-7 victory over Kenya, make it through to another semi-final. They are the team to beat once again in Montevideo.